is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Elite Suite, and today I'm going to be bringing you the first ultimate trading guide of FIFA 18. I only do these for big promotions throughout the year, so you're only going to see maybe 5 or 6 of these videos, maybe for Halloween, Footmas, Team of the Year, Team of the Season, maybe St. Patrick's Days, and Footies. Those might be the only 6 times you see me bring out one of these ultimate guides. And essentially, it's preparing you guys for every single promotion. This time in particular, it's going to be the Halloween Scream cards, and I'm going to give you guys the exact dates when everything's going to be coming out, what you guys need to prepare for, what you need to sell, what you need to buy, and everything along those lines, including what we saw last year in terms of the trends of the Scream cards and how you can trade with the Scream cards in particular. So, since it's such a special video, I'm going to set the highest like goal we've ever set for any video on this channel before. 1,000 likes on this video. Let's see if we can hit it. You guys have been pretty strong hitting the like goal recently. I think that we can do it. So let's go ahead and get started with the calendar dates of when this is going to go down. I've put together a calendar pretty basic of what the start dates and end dates are. So on the 20th, which is a Friday, at the end of this week, so this video is going up on Monday, so the Friday following this Monday is when the promotion starts. So these Scream cards are going to go into packs. What are the Scream cards? Essentially, it's a small little boost on a card. It's probably like less than an inform, but like still better than their first day cards. So if it were to be Lukaku, instead of having an 86 rated card, he'd have an 87 rated Scream card in packs with like a 1 or 2 boost on each of his stats. But that's only going to be in packs for a week, so it's going to be in packs all the way till the 27th when that ends, and the promotion is no longer in packs, and this is where the fun begins. On that day at 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time, you will see a huge boost in these cards, going up ridiculous amounts of statistics, especially on pace and physical is what we saw last year. Murdersacker, if I recall correctly, went from around 30 pace all the way to 80 pace for the weekend when he got the boost in the previous year. Now, I will show you guys all of the different cards before and after just in a moment here, but the boost is going to start on the 27th. It's going to last throughout the rest of the weekend league and then all the way into the middle of the week, because they want this to last until at least after Halloween. So it'll most likely end at 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, November 1st. It ended on the November 1st of last year, but then again, the Halloween date was actually on a weekend last year. So that's kind of what they're probably going to adapt to do this year. This is going to be pretty much the calendar. Feel free to screenshot this and save it till later in the week. These are the exact photos that were tweeted out by EA Sports FIFA last year during the Ultimate Scream promotion. So that one came out on October 21st last year, and then this one came out on October 28th last year. The temporary boost was from October 28th to November 1st. This year, it'll be one more day because they're going to upgrade the cards on October 27th, but it'll probably still run to November 1st, as we just said in that calendar. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these upgrades. So firstly, I want to take a look at that Murdersacker. He's in the top row there. He went from 28 pace all the way up to 80 pace, but his physical stats and his defensive stats didn't really get too big of a boost, so it was mostly just pace there. Felipe Luis, he went from 81 pace all the way up to 94 pace, but then he also had a pretty big physical boost, +4 and then +3 on defense as well. For most of these guys, it looks like pace is going to be that big factor, but then you look at players like Douglas Costa, where he gets a +3 on pace, but then you look at the physical, and he went up by over 20 physical, about 22 physical from 67 all the way to 89. And that's kind of how it was on all of these different cards. For the Pirlo, he went from 40 pace to 80 pace, and then a couple boosts on his other stats. So that's what we're seeing with all these. There's one stat that they choose from the card, they super boost it, and then they give the rest of the stats an upgrade, similar to what you might see from an inform, maybe a little bit better, but not too much. So just one stat gets super boosted, and then the other stats are slightly improved. So let's go and take a look at a couple more examples. Balotelli went from 78 pace to 82 pace. Not crazy good, but as you can see, the stat that they super boosted was both shot and physical. So he had 2 stats that were super boosted. He went from 82 shot to 95 shot. He went from 76 physical to 92 physical. Lukaku, who I think we might see again this year, is he started with 83 73 pace up to 87 pace. Obviously, wasn't really boosted too much on that. He had 84 shot, got boosted to 89 shot. I mean, that's a good upgrade, but not like a super boost. The super boost came with dribbling. He went from 78 dribbling all the way to 97 dribbling, and also with the passing, he went from 70 passing to 93 passing. So some of the cards have one stat that went way up. Some cards had two stats that went way up. But that's essentially what these cards are going to look like. So now let's discuss how can we determine what are the Scream cards going to be this year before they actually are announced. To determine this, we kind of have to look at why were these cards chosen to be the ultimate Scream cards in FIFA 17. So let's take a look at these cards individually. Let's start with the top left, where we have Pantilimon. What is special about that card? Well, he's actually a 6'8" goalkeeper, super tall, absolute monster, and that's kind of where it comes into the ultimate Scream. He's a very big goalkeeper, kind of scary to play against, I'd assume. Then you've got Hector Bellerin. He's not a monster, he's not a big guy, but he is one of the fastest players in the world, and that's how he stands out, to be one of the scariest players to play against. Very, very fast, and he had 99 pace on that card. Per Mertesacker is one of the tallest center backs in the world at 6'6". He's very strong, great defender. That's what stands out about that card. But then you run into cards like Felipe Luis, who really don't seem to have any sort of standout statistic that puts them into Ultimate Scream. Now, most of these guys do. If we continue on this, Pirlo was the best passer in terms of passing stat in FIFA 17, which is why he got an Ultimate Scream card. You've got Lukaku, who's a really big, strong striker, scary to play against in FIFA and in real life most likely. So Lukaku is going to get an Ultimate Scream card. Then you've got Fellaini, who's a really big guy in the midfield. Looks like an absolute tree on the field, which is why he'd get an Ultimate Scream card. You've got Opara, who's one of the fastest center backs that was silver in FIFA 17. Mandzukic, a very tall, strong striker. Then you've same thing with Ottery, very tall, strong striker. Then you've got Emre Mor, one of the only bronze cards with 5-star skills, also very hyped up because of pace and dribbling as well. All these cards seem to have some sort of standout stat. One more, for example, Akinfenwa had the best strength in FIFA 17, and he does again in FIFA 18. So most of these have a standout stat, but you do have a couple like Felipe Luis and maybe somebody like Ziyech who really don't have that like crazy standout stat, but still got an Ultimate Scream card. Everybody else seemed to stand out in some sort of way, like Çalhanoğlu was the best free kicker in FIFA 17. These are obviously just speculation, but it could be fun to kind of get an idea for what some of the cards could be this year for the Scream cards. The first one is Arnautovic, who is the tallest winger in the entire game at 6'4". There is another winger that is bronze that is also 6'4", playing right mid, but given the fact that Arnautovic is gold and a well-known player, he's definitely more likely to actually get a Scream card, so I could see Arnautovic definitely getting one. The next player is Pierre Emerick Albom. We saw Bellerin last year, but Albom is the fastest player in FIFA 18. We could see him get a Scream card simply for being a rapid beast. Christian Eriksen is actually the second best passer in the entire game, so I can see him possibly getting a Scream card this year as well. He's got 88 passing, which is only one less than Pirlo, who I'm going to put in here as the best free kick taker, who also has 89 passing, just to add that on to the fact that Pirlo is the best free kick taker in the game, and he's the best passer in the game, which gives him two reasons why he'll probably make another appearance in this year's Scream cards. Marvel Wynn played right back last year, but he's back to center back with 90 pace and 78 physical, which is why I think he's a big contender to get a Scream card this year. And also Akinfenwa, who does have the best strength statistic in the entire game. And you might be asking, well, why does he only have physical? Well, jumping and other statistics go into physical, but he is the strongest player in the game. Van Dam is the most physical player in the entire game with 92 physical. There are a few with 91, like Wanyama, but 92 is the only player who has that, which is Van Dam. We saw Pantilimon, who is 1 inch taller than Begovic, make the Scream cards last year. And while there is a taller goalkeeper who is bronze, who is 6'9", I don't think they're going to go with him. I think they'll go with another tall gold goalkeeper like Begovic this year for the Scream cards. I'm going to finish off this small little list here with Koulibaly, who doesn't have one standout stat, but given the fact that he is 6'5" with high work rates, 86 physical, 85 defense, and 73 pace, I wouldn't want to be coming up against that in FIFA. Let's get into the trading portion of this video where we're going to take a look at the graphs of what happened last year in FIFA 17 when the cards were in packs and after they were out of packs. So we'll start with Fellaini up there in the top left where you have his peak coming on Thursday at 94,000 coins on Xbox. Now as you can see, he was down at about 70,000 a couple days beforehand around the Tuesday, and the Monday seems like the best day to buy every single one of these cards. Now it kind of varied on the Emerick, which is down there, where he didn't really have too sharp of a difference whenever the crash happened and whenever he rose in price. As you can see in Fellaini, it's pretty evident. He went up and then he crashed. But on this one, it was more of a slow slope down towards lower in price. Now, obviously, they all dropped once they got upgraded. Why did they drop when they got upgraded? Let me explain the concept of panic selling if you guys don't understand it yet. Now, everybody knows that they're going to get super boosted on the 28th, or the 27th, it would be this year. But they were getting super boosted on the 28th. And what happened was people assumed when they got super boosted in stats that they would go up in price. Well, that was the opposite of the case because since so many people over-invested in these cards, there was so much supply that hit the market right when the boost came out that they actually went and halved in price. You can see that Fellaini within a day went from 94,000 coins all the way down to about 40,000 coins. Less than half of what he was when you could sell him for 94,000 coins. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, it wasn't as bad for Emerick simply because not as many people invested in Emerick getting ready for that scream boost in stats because he was a bronze and there wasn't as much supply in general. But you can definitely see it on all of the gold cards. Let's take a look up there at Lukaku, where you can still see exactly when the best time to buy was, which was evidently the Monday, and then he peaked on the Thursday and dropped a ton after he got upgraded. Now, every single one of them seemed to have recovered slightly a couple days after, around November 3rd and November 4th. So there might be a couple different opportunities to pick these cards up on a good deal. Now, what I'd say is probably pick up these cards on maybe the Sunday and the Monday right after they go in packs. So if they go in packs on Friday, I'd pick them up on Sunday night, Monday morning, especially during those squad battle rewards. Then go ahead and sell them on, I'd probably say on the Wednesday, because now that everybody kind of knows that they're going to drop, I'd say selling on Wednesday is a good idea. Even if you sold Tuesday night, I wouldn't be against it because I don't want you guys waiting until Thursday because I feel like there's going to be a pretty big influx of cards that hit the market this year as opposed to what happened last year. People are going to learn from that mistake. You got to stay one step ahead, and that's why I'm saying Tuesday night, Wednesday at the latest, when to sell these cards. But there's definitely opportunity to flip from Sunday when the squad battle rewards are out to like Monday and Tuesday when they probably will rise in price. So that's when I'd sell then, and they will definitely still take a hit when they're actually super boosted in stats. They still will drop. There's no way they don't drop at least some. It won't be as significant as last year. I can guarantee it. People will learn from their mistakes from last year. Plus, there's a lot of people more in the know this year on how the market works. Trading has blown up. Now, I've been trading since FIFA 14. I've known this, but I even kind of made mistakes last year during the Halloween. It was the first run through. I actually profited a few 100,000 coins last Halloween, but I did make mistakes with Fellaini while I held him throughout his super boost and ended up losing like 30,000 coins on a couple Fellainis. Now, overall, I did fine. I made a lot of profit, but I could have made more had I not messed up with the Fellainis. So hopefully I'm not going to mess up at all this year. I'm going to sell into the hype. I'm not taking any risk, and I'm going to make that profit. So it's going to be a similar trend this year with these graphs. It just might happen a little bit earlier on different days, but it's going to be the exact same trend as last year. What you guys see right now is a screenshot from one of my videos from last year when I did a squad building challenge for Spooky in the center, Spider's Web, Rip on the right, and then another squad building challenge that came out called Madness in the middle. Each one of these squad building challenges at least required one Scream card to complete the challenge. And as you can see, in the reward, you get yourself a squad building challenge card. Last year, in this one, it was Gaspar. And then in the Madness in the middle one, I remember it was Paye. And those cards were pretty much used for a couple of months before they sort of died out. And a lot of people don't even remember them. But what I want you guys to focus on in this picture is the fact that they were out for 13 days, or technically 14 days, from when they were released on October 21st, which means that they're heading all the way in to November 4th, in the squad building challenges, which is way after the end of the promotion for the Halloween cards. That's even 3 days or 4 days after their stat boosts are completely gone. These are still squad building challenges that you can complete on the SBCs. The reason that that is so important is because the lowest price Halloween Scream cards, which was Zayek last year along with Budapest, but we're going to use Zayek as an example here, are perfect to make profit off of because they are also panic sold when these Scream cards came out. He dropped all the way from, it was approximately around 60,000 coins. He dropped to about 47k on the Xbox, 38k on the PlayStation. But since he was still one of the cheapest cards for the Scream cards, and after all was said and done with this Halloween promotion, the SBCs were still out. And so if you see on the bottom graph down there, he rose all the way back up to 72k on Xbox and 65,000 coins on PlayStation. So this year, as I said, the crash could come at slightly a different time, but no matter when it comes, you know you want to be picking up the cheapest cards like Zayek. Whoever the Zayek is going to be this year, I don't know who would be the cheapest gold card to use in these squad building challenges, but considering to complete those 4 SBCs, assuming that we get something similar this year, you will want to pick up as many of those cheap, very, very low rated, maybe not super low rated. You don't want to pick up the silvers or the bronzes because then you don't get the rating in the squad building challenges, but I think you guys get the point. If you pick up players like Zayek, then you can complete the squad building challenges without any issue, and you're able to get probably around 30, maybe 20,000 coin profit at least per card on these guys. Also, if you're able to pick up the card while they're 81 rated or during a crash and you submit the squad building challenge while they're super boosted, it's a lot easier to complete the squad building challenge. So if you were to wait until November 3rd, they're not going to have the super boost anymore, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult to complete the squad building challenge. Now, nonetheless, having 5 Scream cards in the squad building challenge is going to be expensive throughout the entire promotion. But if you are able to buy at the right time, what I'm trying to tell you is that there is so much opportunity to make profit on these cheaper gold Halloween promotion cards like Zayek. That's going to be it for the Halloween trading guide. Hopefully it helps you out and we can profit a lot off of this week and this promotion. Again, I'm going to be dropping these trading guides every single big promotion. So Halloween, Black Friday, Footmas, Team of the Year, so on and so forth. That's when you guys are going to see guides like this, so make sure you don't miss them. So if you guys enjoyed the video, as I said at the beginning, can we smash 1,000 likes? That would be absolutely amazing. And also subscribe to the channel if you're new for daily squad building challenge guides, trading tips, trading methods, investment ideas, and the Trading to Glory series as well, and much more FIFA 18 content here and there. So I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.